Evening, folks. Ken Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. It is October the 1st, 2025. Tonight, Whack-an-atheist. We like to get the real science. I mean, real science, not this imaginary evolution junk. And take those who have the wild imagination. They believe they're related to a potato. Like to try to knock some sense into them. We're going to try tonight. I don't think it'll work. We'll try for Hank Green. He made a video years ago, and I just happened to come across it. I said, okay, I haven't whacked him. I think I whacked him once before. Doesn't matter. He needs it again. Okay. Go around a bunch of channels. I think even on some YouTube channels. That's fine with me. Go around Facebook is our big one. Rumble, Twitter, our X, our own app, our TV app, kenhovind.tv, TikTok, whole bunch of channels. Just find them and like it, share it, subscribe it. Oh, there's TikTok, 73,000 now. Be sure to do all that stuff. Now, some ill-informed morons say, don't go to Dinosaur Adventureland. They kill people. There are skeletons there. I said, Bobby, the secretary, would you please take a picture of Anna? Anna Rexia, we have her in a chair waiting for the perfect man. It's a plastic skeleton you buy online. We don't kill anybody here. There are no real skeletons here. They are so desperate to find something. I just hate that guy. I don't know why. I don't like his Hawaiian shirts. This one's from Burma or whatever. I don't know, Bangladesh. I don't care. Okay, let's see. A bunch of Americans feel sad and lonely during holiday time. We want to invite the whole world. Come on down. Come on down for Columbus Day or for the Halloween Fall Festival. Come on down. Hank Green tonight. Let's see. Honor the vets, Veterans Day. Let's see. Thanksgiving. Come join us. Call ahead if you want to get a cabin. It's free. Okay. A couple of years ago, one of the emus was not very friendly. We had him for Thanksgiving. That was a big turkey. Yeah, or whatever it was. Okay. Join us for Christmas. Come on down. Spend the whole weekend. If you're lonely, no reason to be. Come on down. We'll take care of you, okay? Let's see, tens of thousands of visitors from all over the world come here. You can help us stay open for free. We serve like over 3,000 meals a month. Grocery bills getting higher. But if you want to help, fine. If not, get out of the way. We're going to do it anyway, okay? Or try. Join our 777 club. We can, if you ask if you can, give $1 a day. Take us on as your missionary, $30 a month, okay? And call 855-BIG-DINO. That's extension 1. Or email her, Dr. Dino Secretary @gmail.com. Okay. You can go check everything out on drdino.com. That's where all of our channels are listed too, if you wonder. Open for, I got to change that number now. It's over 9.5 years. Long time. Get our video series on science and the Bible. We put out millions of those. We want to strengthen your faith in the Word of God. Get our video, our book, and our video series on what on earth is about to happen. Yeah. Come on down. Come to downtown Lenox, the roaring metropolis of downtown Lenox. All 30 people, and come on to visit Dinosaur Adventureland, where God gets the glory for his creation. Come and visit, help us spend a few days, and help us finish the ark. Lots of electricians, plumbers, and carpenters. No need any more supervisors, okay? You can stand around, tell us what to do. Go somewhere else, okay? Brother Hovind, why don't we see giant insects today? Well, I thought, Joseph, we talked this earlier about having just 1 or 2 questions at the beginning. Okay, good question. Insects breathe through their skin. They don't have nostrils like we do. God told Noah, bring onto the ark all those in whose nostrils was the breath of life. Didn't have to bring insects on the ark. There might have been some, probably were, but they didn't have to be, okay? If they came, they freeloading, hiding in some animal's hair, hiding in the hay or something. Anyway, insects breathe through their skin, so this creates a problem. It's called the surface area to volume ratio problem, okay? This is why small droplets of water in the clouds are so small they can't even fall. They have so much surface area and not enough weight, they can't fall. If 500 of them get together, now they make a raindrop and they can fall. It's the surface area compared to the volume. It's like this. If I took a cube that's 1 inch or 1 centimeter, 1 mile, whatever, 1 on each side, the volume is 1. 1 times 1 times 1. The surface area is 6. There are 6 sides, and each one's 1 square inch. That's a 6-to-1 surface area to volume ratio. If I increase it to the size to 2, now the volume is 8. 2 times 2 times 2. But the surface area is only 24. So it's got a 3-to-1. What happened? The bigger it got, if this was an insect, it now has effectively less skin to get oxygen for the big volume. And the problem increases. You go to 3, now it's 27, 54, and 2-to-1. And the smaller you get, the greater, the bit more enhanced the surface area becomes compared to the volume. It's 0.1, let's see, there we go. 0.1 gives you a 600-to-1 surface area to volume ratio. So large insects today can't get enough air. They can't breathe. There's too much, not enough air pressure. We believe before the flood came, there was a canopy of ice above the atmosphere. The Bible says there was water above the firmament. I think that means there was water above the firmament, okay? That would probably increase air pressure, squeeze all the air down to maybe 10 miles. I'm just guessing. It's all gone. I don't know. I cover all this in video number 2 of my series. Oh, right here, Creation Sounders here. Let's see, bug breath. An oxygen-rich atmosphere allowed giant insects to grow 300 million years ago. Forget that part. An oxygen-rich atmosphere allowed them to grow. Dragonflies with wingspans 70 centimeters, over 2 foot. See, insects trapped in amber oftentimes have air bubbles in it. Amber samples, period, have air bubbles trapped in there sometime. See, researchers have long suspected the giant insects in lush forests needed more oxygen than the level of 21% found in today's atmosphere. Plants and marine life preferentially take up certain isotopes of carbon and sulfur, and their absorption changes as the concentration of oxygen rises, from Science magazine. Amber is petrified tree sap. When you break a tree, the sap oozes out. It can harden into amber. It makes jewelry sometimes not practical. It's not hard, okay? It's wears too easily. Okay. Analysis of these isotopes in ancient rocks shows the oxygen content of the atmosphere was 35% between 350 million years ago. That's baloney. Forget that part. This is before the flood came. Time magazine, 50% more oxygen than today. Yeah. The air bubbles in amber show they had 50% more oxygen. That's why you get fossils of giant insects. They couldn't fly today. They couldn't breathe, for one thing, and they couldn't flap fast enough to fly. The air is thinner. It's not compressed like it used to be. 50-inch wingspan dragonfly found. Isn't interesting? The dragonfly fossils look exactly like the ones alive today. Nothing evolved, did it? Cockroaches 18 inches long have been found. How'd you ladies like to see that when you open the cabinet door? Yeah, forget Orkin, call the National Guard. 8-foot centipedes have been found. That's pretty good size. Record-breaking fossil found in England 300 million years ago. They got to get that in or it won't get published in a peer-reviewed journal. You got to give glory to millions of years. I understand, okay. Scientists estimated the invertebrate was 8 feet long, 22 inches wide, and weighed about 110 pounds. That's pretty big. Biggest millipede today is in Africa, 13 inches. What happened? Let's see. Scary scorpions. Wow. Giant scorpions, 2.5 feet long. Whatever this thing is, giant sea scorpion. Got pretty big. Grasshoppers, 2 feet long, have been found. Yeah, bring them home for a meal, okay? Giant tarantulas. See, before the flood came, the earth had this crystal canopy overhead that increased air pressure. That's why giant insects could live and would do just fine, because of the surface area to volume problem. Get more air pressure and richer oxygen, now they can get much bigger. Interesting. Then the flood took place, and the fountains of the deep broke open. I think it shot rocks up and shattered that canopy, and super cold ice, being magnetic, was sucked in and dumped on the North and South Pole. See my video number 6 of my seminar series for more on that. That's why we have an instant ice age at the beginning of the flood. Then you see something changed. After the flood, this is that chart I refer to all the time. Before the flood, the people are, over here, there we go. The people are living to be 900 before the flood came. After the flood, it drops off to 400 right away, and then 200, and then 100. What happened? Well, the crystal canopy that used to be protecting them was now gone. So the air could expand out to the current, 50 miles or whatever it is, okay? Huge insects could no longer live, and people's lifespans dropped off too. In the days of Peleg, it says the earth was divided. There's several theories about what this means. Some people think the languages and nations were divided, because that's probably the same time the Tower of Babel took place. When you go to find the Tower of Babel in the Bible, it's a different lineage. It's not through Shem, okay? Shem begat Arphaxad, Selah, Eber, Peleg. Shem had 2 brothers, okay? I forget which one the Babel Tower story is about, one of the other brothers. And there are no dates given. You can't really tell exactly, but I assume that's reasonable, okay? Maybe the continents moved. I don't buy that one at all. Continents moving, it might be a few inches or feet, but it's not like they're talking about. Atheists say, Hovind, do you think Africa and South America were ever connected? I say, they're connected right now under the water. What do you mean, were they connected? They still are connected. That Pangea thing is stupid, okay? Maybe that's when, 200 years after the flood, in the days of Peleg, the water came up from ice melting back and divided the high spots into islands and continents. Australia used to be part of a peninsula going up to Vietnam. Maybe the land was surveyed. They finally got enough people. They said, hey, let's draw some lines. That's your property. This is my property. Maybe that's what it means. The earth was divided. Do I have the book of Jasher right up there somewhere? Ben, can you see if you can see that one? It's an orange book right up here, RJ. I think it's on one of these first two shelves. The book of Jasher or the book of Jubilees. Here's the book of Jubilee. It's a white one. There it is. But anyway, it talks about this in these books if you can find it. Okay, it's interesting reading. It's ancient history. Okay, it's not part of the Bible. In his days, the sons of men were divided, and in the latter days, the earth was divided. That's what it says in Jasher chapter 7. The book of Jubilees. Can you see that there on the screen? Yeah, okay. So he called his name Phalec or Peleg. In his days, when he was born, the children of Noah began to divide the earth among themselves. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's all of those. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't care. Okay, here we go for Hank. Hank does videos and has for a long time. This is 13 years ago. He has, let's see, 16.7 million viewers or subscribers. I wrote a comment on Hank's on this video of his early this morning. And when I do this now, Joseph, I write it and quick copy it and save it because they're going to delete it, okay? I said, Hank, you get the prize. Tomorrow, I guess it was last night I did the comment. Tomorrow night, I'll be using this video to show how evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. You're welcome to call 855-BIG-DINO, extension 4. If you know Hank, call him. Say, come on the show tonight. If you wish to try to defend your religion. The show will be shown live on all my channels listed on drdino.com. Better yet, come visit our Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. We can have the debate live. We'll give you a tour of our 12,000 square foot science center, our kid-friendly animals, and our farm, our third scale Noah's Ark. Take the tour of our 140 acres in one of our Jeeps. We have 30 cabins, 17 lakes and ponds for fishing and swimming. It's all free. Contact tech support. That's Joseph over there. Is that Dr. Dino or Gmail? Okay. Extension 4 to schedule a debate. Or extension 5 to schedule a cabin. God loves you, Hank, but he's angry when people like you use their teaching skills, and you are a skilled teacher, to turn people away from him and make them doubt his clear word. He says he made everything in 6 days, and you are making people doubt God's word. Sad. You'll face him one day. I'll be happy to tell you how to prepare for that day. If you'd like, call me. I'm extension 3. Okay, anyway, here is Hank. He says he has evidence for evolution. Let's go let Hank blabber here for a minute and see what evidence he's got.
Congratulations. This is our last episode of our section on evolution and genetics, which puts us at the halfway mark of Crash Course Biology. So far, we've learned about DNA, genetics, natural selection, how cells multiply, population, speciation, replication, respiration, and photosynthesis.
You watch atheists, they all do this. When you ask for evidence for their religion, they will rattle off a whole bunch of names real quickly, none of which count for evidence, but it just sounds official. Like, wow, got to be true. He said a lot of big words. They bamboozle people. Okay? Hank, I'll debate you anytime. Anytime. Bring it up. Okay.
I'm so proud of you. But I couldn't let this section in without discussing the discussion that everybody can't help but discuss these days. Evolution. It's a thing.
When did that start, Joseph? They started saying that it's a thing. You know, look at this cup. It's a thing. I don't get it. We now have that famous chart that the evolutionists use all the time, the timeline with everything related on one of our coffee cups. These famous, it says, these are just lines on paper. Humans did not evolve. They were created by God. Yeah, okay. Anyway, okay, let's see. Let Hank talk here.
It's not a debate. Evolution is what...
Hank, it is a debate. In your mind, it's not a debate. That's the way you try to shut down debate. Well, it's already proven, so don't look behind that curtain. Ignore that man back there pulling the strings in Wizard of Oz. He doesn't exist. This debate is a thing, Hank, whatever that means. It's a real important thing, too. There's two choices. There is a God or there isn't. Nobody's thought of a third one, okay? If there's a God, we better find out who he is and what he wants, because he owns the place, he built it. He can make the rules. If there is no God, we're in trouble. We're going through space at 66,000 miles an hour and nobody's driving. Yeah. And if there's no God and evolution's true, what is the purpose of life? What's wrong with killing somebody else, Hank, if evolution's true? What's wrong with killing unborn children or killing the weak or Hitler killing the Jews? What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with it if evolution's true. Yeah, survival of the fittest. Okay, go ahead, Hank. Evolution is what makes life possible. You are insane, Hank. Insane. Did not evolve. Life didn't get started without a creator, and it didn't change to other animals. It doesn't happen. These charts you guys have are imagination.
Makes life possible. It allows organisms to adapt to the environment as it changes. It's responsible for the enormous.
Hank, I think everybody would agree animals can adapt to their environment. Some animals that have hair, when you put them into a cold environment, they grow. A lot of dogs and cats get more fur for the wintertime, don't they? And then they lose it in the summertime. How did that happen? See, for millions of years, they all died because they didn't have the long hair in the winter and they froze. The few that made it through, they died the next summer because they got too hot. Nothing survived for millions of years until they finally figured it out. What is wrong with you guys? They're designed, okay? That's it.
Diversity and complexity of life on Earth.
See, he is giving glory to evolution, his religion, for the diversity and the wonder things we see on this world. I agree, it's a wonderful world. I love studying biology. I love studying plants and insects and all that stuff. Have you seen the one that looks like a leaf that crawls along? This studying insects is stunning. And you guys think it happened by chance. It evolved. This is where you're absolutely nuts. I'm sorry. You're nuts, okay?
Earth, which not only provides organisms with sources of food and some healthy competition, it also gives us some truly awesome stuff to marvel.
So, Hank, you want to marvel at the animals. If you were to give glory to something for making them, what would it be? A blind, random, heartless process that kills much more than it does any good. See, if one animal evolves better a little bit, the rest of them have to die. Or that new improved gene gets swamped in the gene code, gets washed out.
And even though evolution makes living things different from one another, it also shows us how we're all the same. All of life, every single thing that's alive on the earth today can claim the same shared heritage, having descended from the very first microorganism when life originated.
That is a religious statement you just made, Hank. It is not science. You just said every living thing on the earth today came from a common ancestor. This is the chart. It's also on our coffee cup. Hank, send me an address. I'll send you one of our coffee cups for free, okay? They're saying that everything, the whale and the duck. Oh, there's the duck and the whale and the elephant and the aardvark. Oh, and the shark and the rose. Everything had a common ancestor. Hank, this is stupid. This is not science. This is imagination. You got a wild imagination, and you need somebody to whack you and get you to stop and think. Why do I believe such a thing? Somebody taught you that, and you suckered. You got suckered. You fell for it, didn't you? I'm sorry. Put Hank back up here, brother. Okay. He thinks everything came from a single-celled creature. So the snake, with who knows how many pairs of ribs they have, a whole bunch of them, that all came from a single-celled creature, didn't it, Hank? In your mind. In your mind. Just imagine.
Originated on this planet 3.8 billion years ago. There are people who will say that this is all random. It's not, and that this clumsy process could not be possible for the majestic beauty of our world.
Hank, I'm one of those. It's not possible. It's certainly not science. See, Hank, let me explain it to you. Science means knowledge. What do we know? We know cows produce cows, and snakes produce snakes. We know that. We see it. We do not know that cows and snakes have a common ancestor. You can't possibly know such a thing. You can imagine it, but we know cows produce cows. The Bible says 20 times in the first 7 chapters, they will bring forth after their kind. It's on one of my posters somewhere here. Yeah, it's in the Jeep. Never mind. Okay, Hank, keep your lips moving, okay?
To them, I say, well, at least we agree that our world is beautiful. But
how do you define beauty? If everything's random and there's no God, where's your ruler to determine even what's good or bad? I ask atheists all the time, how do you determine right from wrong? Where's the ruler? How do you measure this? I say, is it wrong to go next door and kill your neighbor's baby and eat it? Well, yeah. Well, the lion does it to the zebra. Is it wrong for him? It's okay for the lion, but it's not okay for you. And you're related to the lion, aren't you? How do you figure that out, Hank? Come on, explain that to me. Tell you what, if you think it's wrong for the human to go next door and kill the neighbor's baby and eat it, why don't you be consistent? I'll pay for the sign for you to go to Africa and stand in the Pride Alliance and say, stop eating the zebra babies. I'll pay for the sign. Okay? Call me, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 3.
But, well, you're probably not going to enjoy the rest of this video. To me,
Hank, I enjoy making fun of you guys who are dumb enough to believe you're related to a potato. I enjoy life. Joseph, you know me a long time. I'm happy. I love doing this. It is so dumb to believe in evolution. It's the dumbest religion in the world. Prove me wrong. Call in. What happened to all these brave people used to call in? Hank, call in anytime or come visit. I'll put you on we'll have a special debate night just for you, any day of the week. Okay? If you're in a different time zone, I'll meet your schedule. I want to help you, Hank. You have been bamboozled. You've been deceived. The Bible says at the end of time there would be deceivers come into the world. And the devil deceived you, and now you're deceiving millions of others. I'm here to help, Hank. I'm here to help. Okay? Call. Okay. Two sorts of people in the world.
there are two sorts of people in the world: those that are excited about the power and beauty and simplicity of the process of evolution.
Power and beauty? Evolution is a bunch of death. Billions of things have to die, cruel, suffering death, so the superior species can make it and take over. That's exactly the motive behind Adolf Hitler. Let's kill off the inferior species. Hank, there's nothing beautiful about evolution. It's evil. It's stupid. It doesn't happen. It's all imagination. But even then, it's evil, Hank. Think about it.
And those who don't understand it.
In your choice, in your little mind, there's only two kinds of people: those who appreciate the beauty of evolution and those who don't understand it. Hank, there's a third choice: people who do understand it and think it's stupid. Yeah. Put me in that one, okay?
And somehow, I live in a country where only 40% of the population believes that evolution is a thing.
You live in a country where only 40% of the population believes in evolution. Hank, I'm trying to drop that down to 0%, okay? I'm trying to convert them away from your dumb religion. I know that hurts your feelings, okay? Probably your pocketbook, but too bad, okay? Evolution is a thing. It's a stupid thing.
The only possible reason for that I can accept is that they just don't understand it.
Well, then, Hank, would you please call and have a debate and show the world how stupid I am? Show the people that I don't understand it. I think I understand it way better than you do. See, you think life had to start from non-living material. The universe began as a dot smaller than an atom. It exploded, rapidly expanded. What are they? That is so dumb, isn't it? Well, it's not, it's the distance between the stars. The stars are not, how do they say that? The distance between them is increasing. They're not moving faster than the speed of light. I'm going to try that when I get stopped for a speeding ticket. Now, sir, I was not speeding. The distance between me and where I started is increasing, but I'm not speeding. Yeah, try that. I understand it way better than you do, Hank, or any of your listeners. Anybody out there? I'll take you all on. We'll line up one at a time, two at a time, five at a time. There's no evidence for evolution. It's the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. And if you got taught that in school, I'm sorry. If you believed it, I'm real sorry. Now, wise up, okay? So I do understand it, Hank, way better than you. And I'm ready to, I'm challenging you right now. Call. You're what, 45 years old or something like that, if I recall? Hank? Right now, this program's 15 years old. Okay.
It's time to get real, people.
It's time to get real. Okay, Hank, let's get real. Cows produce cows, always. No exceptions. That's real.
First, let's understand what we mean when we talk about the theory of evolution. Evolution is just the idea that gene distribution changes over time, which is an indisputable fact which we observe all the time.
Hank, gene distribution changes. There are black cats and white cats and mixed cats, and I was going to say they're smart cats, but I can't think of any. Yes, but listen to me, Hank. Look at me. There are limits. There are big dogs and little dogs, but there are limits. Are they ever going to get a dog as big as an elephant or as big as South America? Probably not. Would you admit there's a limit somewhere between where they are now and South America? That's pretty big. Okay, there's a limit. They get smaller dogs, teacup chihuahuas. Are they ever going to get one as small as a grain of salt? I bet there's limits. You guys, this is what you guys absolutely don't get. You see these variations, and then in your wild imagination, wow, just imagine if we gave these variations millions or billions of years. Wow, an amoeba could turn to a whale. Oh. Do you drive on the highway? Please tell me where you're going. I'm going to go a different direction. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Natural world. But the theory of evolution is a large set of ideas that integrates and explains a huge mass of observations from.
The theory of evolution explains a huge mass of observations. You drank the Kool-Aid, son, okay? You got lied to. The theory of evolution, that we all came from a dot, okay? And that if somehow an amoeba got started at the bottom with a protozoa or an amoeba, and then it slowly became everything today. This is the chart the kids have to face in public school. This is stupid, not true. When I do my tour, you watch, have a bunch of kids in the Jeep. I'll say, boys and girls, there are 167 different kinds of ducks. And they might have had a common ancestor called a duck. Does that prove the duck is related to the whale? Oh no. Bingo, you are smarter than a college professor already. How old are you? 7. Way ahead of the college professors, because they think, some of them, that ducks and whales are related. And if you think that, that's stupid. I'm sorry. Somebody needs to tell you, okay? Just like, it's nice to tell somebody, hey, look, I'm concerned about you. You really stink. You ought to take a bath. I mean, they're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to, if you stink, somebody should tell you, you stink, go take a bath. Look, you're stupid, Hank. You need to learn something, okay? You're just plain stupid. There's no evidence for evolution. Call in. Anyway, huge mass of observations. You think so? And what? He's going to do what they always do, rattle off a bunch of names as if this is somehow evidence. One by one, you can tear them apart. Okay? I'll show you.
Different disciplines, including embryology,
What's the first one he gave? Haven't we talked about that like 60 times on this program? Hank, that was proven wrong in 1874. There is no evidence for evolution from embryology. Those drawings were fake. They were made up. The human is never a fish, and then it turns to an amphibian and a reptile and a mammal. It's not true. Take that one out, Hank, okay? Paleontology, digging in the ground and finding fossils, Hank, no fossil can count as evidence for evolution. I've said it 1,000 times. If you find fossils in the dirt, all you really know is it died. You don't know it had any babies at all. I don't know if this one had any babies or not. I sure don't know if it had any babies that lived, but I bet if this trilobite had babies, they grew up to be trilobites. Mm-hmm. That's what we observe today. Why would we give a bone from the dirt a power to do something that no animal today can do? Huh? If amoeba turned to something else, there's plenty of amoeba out there, or bacteria, or whatever you want to use, protozoa. Get a single-celled creature, your choice. Go shopping, pick one, everyone you want, and make it turn into something else. They've been doing this for years. Bacteria have an 8-hour generation time. They're born, grow up, get married, have babies in 8 hours. You get 3 generations a day. They've been raising bacteria in the laboratory for, I don't know how long, a long time, 100 years experiment, I think. And all they get is bacteria. And all the mutations they get end up weaker. They don't get new information. None of them grow legs or stomach or intestines. Or, whales need a lot of stuff besides just, a single cell. So for an amoeba to turn to a whale, I think you'd have to have quite a few changes, wouldn't you? Show me where these are demonstrated. You claim evolution is part of science. Evolution is a religion, Hank, and you fell for it. Got the dumbest religion in the world. Let's see what botany. The study of plants is going to give evidence for evolution? Hank, plants are really complex. You need to study botany. Study the photosynthesis process and tell me how that evolved. See, for millions of years, the sun shined on them, but they didn't know what to do with it. They couldn't figure it out. So they all died. Yeah. Let's see, biochemistry, that's going to be evidence for evolution.
Ontology, botany, biochemistry, anatomy.
You think anatomy shows evidence for evolution? Geophysics? Again, he's rattling off a bunch of the sciences. Pick which one you want to debate, Hank. Pick which one. None of them show evidence of evolution. None. You're dreaming. Actually, nightmare, okay?
Anatomy and geophysics. In everyday language, the word theory means hunch.
You have a hypothesis. That's just a guess. Then a theory has some evidence to support it. Evolution is not a theory. It's a hunch. It's a religion. It's a hypothesis. You can believe that if you want. But where's the evidence to show any animal ever producing a different kind? Don't use fossils. All you know is they're dead. You don't know they had any children, and you sure don't know they're changing into something else. No fossils count. Where's the evidence today? There's plenty of animals today having babies, aren't there? Like a whole bunch of them. Show me one changing. Which one? Which one is evolving? Okay.
Or even hypothesis, but in science, a theory is an idea that explains several phenomena at once.
Okay. What does evolution explain? The evolution theory that we all came from an amoeba explains what exactly, Hank? It doesn't explain anything we see. All we see is, let's see, we have bats on here someplace. There we go, bats. I forgot, how many kinds of bats are there? Let's pick a number, I don't know, 40, 50, a bunch of them. They might have had a common ancestor called a bat. That doesn't prove the bat is related to the duck. But you guys believe they are. And the bat, in your mind, is related to the rose. And let's see, the starfish. Oh, and the octopus. Yeah, you can tell. Bats and octopus, you can see the similarity there. 1,400 species of bats. Might have had a common ancestor called a bat. God said they bring forth after their kind. Keep in mind, it's man dividing these animals up into the classification system. They don't care that we're classifying them. They don't even know we're doing it. When you turn them loose in the woods, they know what to look for a mate. They're smarter than the folks in San Francisco, okay? We turn our cows and sheep and donkeys loose up on the North 40. They know which one to look for, don't they? Every time, no exceptions. Anyway, don't get me started on that. Okay, Hank, go ahead.
Thus, the theory of evolution is a bunch of ideas that explain many things that we as humans have.
Here is his propaganda statement, okay? This theory explains many things. And he's a teacher, and he has good teaching qualities. His methods of teaching are great, but what he's teaching is evil. I'm sure there's some good teachers in North Korea teaching communism to their students. I'm sure there's some good teachers in, communist China. Being a good teacher and having talent to teach does not mean you're teaching the right thing, Hank.
Observed for thousands of years.
Hank, for thousands of years, humans have observed cows producing cows. They've specially bred them and got cows with more milk and cows with more beef, and cows can stand the heat better, cows can stand the cold better. Yes, humans have tinkered with this and developed lots of varieties, 450 now breeds of cows. Probably had a common ancestor called a cow. Hank, that doesn't prove cows are related to mosquitoes. Wake up. Who taught you that? Get your money back.
It's the theory that meticulously and precisely explains the facts.
This is stupid, Hank. The theory of evolution does not explain how whales and mosquitoes are related. All we see is whales make baby whales every time. Mosquitoes make baby mosquitoes, lots of them. And every time. It does not explain a relationship. So you are dreaming and you're spreading a lie to your listeners. This is not true that this dumb religion explains anything. You can believe that if you want, but don't call it science. Call for a debate if you disagree. Some of you watching this, call Hank. Say, look, call Ken Hovind. Or maybe you agree with Hank and disagree with me. Great. Call. I'd like to get some more debates. I'm stuck at 389, Joseph.
I think Kurt's house is going to be the next one.
What now?
Yeah, one more coming up.
One more coming up. Finally, 390. Okay. Let's see.
And the facts are indisputable.
So in his mind, the facts are indisputable. No sense arguing with somebody when their mind's made up. Yep. Like concrete, all mixed up, firmly set. Spend some time going through the facts.
Let's spend some time going through the facts and how evolution explains them all so well. First, fossils. The fossil record shows that organisms that lived long ago were different from those that we see today.
Hank, it's a fact there are billions, trillions, quadrillions of fossils. No question. We got a huge museum full of fossils right here. Come on down, okay? None of them show any evolution happening, okay? They find the trilobite, which they put in the stupid Cambrian era, and there's no such thing as a Cambrian era, okay? But it's got one of the most complex eyes by any animal ever. Google tower-eyed trilobite. They can have 10,000 lenses, each one picking up light and sending a signal to the brain, which is interpreting it to tell the little bug what to do. You think that happened by chance right at the beginning of the so-called evolutionary? See, there's no such thing as a geologic column, Hank. No such thing. How can the top layer be younger? Where did it come from? Outer space? Stop and think. How can the layers be different ages? Every speck of dirt in the world's the same age. Whether 6,000 or 6 trillion, that's a different argument, but they're all the same age. Fossils do not help anything for evolution theory. All they show is something died. The fact that there are bazillions of fossils out there, I think, indicates rapid burial, because fossils aren't forming today in any significant number. And it indicates, like maybe Noah's flood. But the Bible said people like you would come along in 2 Peter 3. They'd be willingly ignorant of the creation and the flood. Put your name in there, Hank. 2 Peter 3. Write your name in if you have a Bible. If not, I'll send you one. Okay. Go ahead. Stepped on his tongue here. You think fossils we find are different from today? What about that dragonfly? It's bigger than today. What about the fossil ducks they find that weigh 550 pounds? The fossil beavers that are still beavers, look like beavers, but they're 8 feet tall. Yeah, they might be different, might be bigger. Fossil camels, 15 feet tall, I believe is the record. Okay. The fossils we find are animals just like today, only bigger. That's not indication for evolution, Hank. I'm sorry. You got lied to, you believed it, and now you're lying to your followers.
Sounds obvious, but 200 years ago, it seemed a little bit crazy. When scientists started studying dinosaur fossils in the 1820s, they thought that all dinosaurs were basically giant.
The word dinosaur means terrible lizard, okay? Made up by Richard Owen, 1841. Yes, it's obvious the dinosaurs are big reptiles, okay? And there are quite a few different varieties of dinosaurs, and they're much bigger than today's iguanas and other lizards. Remember I showed you how they used to have more air pressure, increased air pressure? A canopy of ice overhead increasing pressure would explain why 80-foot Apatosaurus, this guy, 80-foot Apatosaurus has nostrils the same size as a horse. How could he breathe? Well, today he can't. And guess what? There aren't any 80-footers running around. Yeah. And they have small lungs. The fossils show the world had greater air pressure and greater oxygen. That's what the fossils show, Hank. They don't show your religion. They show the Bible is true. Joseph, I've gone 45 minutes, and we've only gone 7 minutes on Hank. Tomorrow night, we'll pick some more on Hank some more. You can call him. Say, Hank, Kent's going to pick on you tomorrow night. Call in. He never warned. None of the atheists warn me when they're going to show me on their show, do they? They do their shows about me and then tell me about it later. Don't even tell me about it. We have to find it. Somebody sends. Come on, guys. Hey, look, I have non-accredited degrees from a college that's non-accredited. I'm an easy target. Bring it on. All right. See you tomorrow night. Any questions or comments there, brother? Man, a whole bunch. Okay. William, what's your opinion about the big crunch, big slurp, big rip, big freeze? I think we're headed for a big bang. The big bang comes at the end of the world. The heavens shall pass away with a great noise. There is a big bang, but it comes at the end, not the beginning. Okay. As far as big crunch and all that, I don't know. Okay. Did you get your horseshoe crab set up? Yes, we did. It's awesome. I think I got pictures of it I could call up here. I got to drag Hank back over too, don't I? Let's see. No. Oh. Where do I drag Hank to? I'll tell you what, I'm going to shut him off. Whoa. See, if I put it on the other screen, when I go home, it shows up. I can't find it. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Forget it. Okay. So, yes, the horseshoe crab is set up. I showed pictures almost every night, just real quickly. It's 67 feet long. It's really cool. Don't have it done inside yet, the pictures. Now it's saving. Joseph, taking forever to save. I'll have to do this when my brother straightens up. But he's a hunchback, so it might take a while. Okay. All right. So yes, I got the horseshoe crab set up. Are you still thinking 2028 for the end? I never said 2020 for the end. I said 2028 when I was writing my book, What on Earth is About to Happen. People kept, this was done 10 years ago, 12 years, 15 years ago. They said, when's the rapture going to take place? I said, I don't know, and I'm not going to set a date. But if I had to guess, I would guess 2028 is going to be significant. We know our calendar's off. Jesus was born in 4 BC. How can you be born 4 years before you're born? Okay, BC means before Christ. Anyway, our calendar's off about 4 years. So Jesus was crucified in the year 28. Okay? So God seems to do everything on these 1,000-year marks. I think the 1,000 years as a day is really significant. The original creation was 6 days, but it's also symbolic of, the whole bigger picture. So I think 2028, we're going to see something major take place. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? Let's see. Skeptic. Why does an omnipotent, omniscient God need people's help? He lets us help. I used to let my kids, when they were 2 and 3 years old, do help around the house, push the lawnmower sometimes, drive the tractor. I didn't need their help. They needed me to feel needed. God wants us to feel needed. He doesn't need you for sure. He doesn't need us. No. Okay. Can God do anything with just a thought? Yep. The only reason I can think of is man is needed to keep the myth going. Oh, okay. The myth of evolution? Yeah, you need a bunch of dummies to keep that myth going. Man, hey, what, skeptic believer? Has he ever called in to debate me?
I don't believe so.
Why not?
Not under that name.
Real brave behind the keyboard, aren't you? Come on. Rock. Okay, Katie, did you bar the door and why? Okay, never mind. Our son, when he hears 6 billion years ago now, says it's just like Doc's silly. Billions of years so old. Good. Thank you. It is silly. Real silly. How do you believe Adam and Eve became on earth? Well, God made Adam out of the dust. He made Eve out of the rib. What do you mean? They appeared as adults or just as, no, it wouldn't make common sense to they're fully mature. He didn't make 2 babies crawling around the garden and hope you find each other. Sure didn't make a sperm and an egg and say, I hope you get together. He had to make, it was a full-grown garden, fruit already on the trees. It has to be. The original creation had to be mature. It doesn't mean it's old. To us, it would look old. Adam would probably look, 72, the perfect age. Okay, but no, it doesn't work otherwise. But to them, everything was brand new, and to them it looked brand new. To us, from our experience, it would look old. So no, it's not the appearance of age. It's the appearance of its working condition. Okay. I watched a while you preparing for a debate about evolution, totally cooked. Does that mean something?
He was preparing for a debate and watching you prep.
Oh, please do. Please do. F addict. Okay. Creation crybaby, you're still alive? Man. You've never been able to define the limits of natural selection. I don't have to. You don't get it, crybaby. I believe that God created the kinds, like he said, and they have produced a variety. Some can live in colder weather, some can live in hotter weather, some live longer, some live shorter. And there are limits. I'm not asking for my theory to be taught in the schools. You guys want your religion of evolution taught, and we got to all pay for it. You better define how this happened. You better define how life got started. Good luck with that one. See, back in Darwin's day, they thought the cell was just a little glob of jelly. They had no clue what it was. The more they learn about the complexity of the cell and the DNA and the way it unzips and replicates itself and loops back around, as little creatures crawling along the DNA strand, the more they learn about DNA, the farther the goalpost is moved. They are further from getting able to create life in the laboratory than they've ever been. They're learning it's not just a little black box. It's really complicated, much further. So the burden of proof's not on me. It's on you. You come on, call for a debate. Okay, that was it. Good. I wear my throat out every day, Joseph. I got to get some. All right. Okay, security alert. Your computer is about to explode. It's like one of them pagers they did for the Muslims. That was classic. Those Jews. That was really smart. Anyway, see you tomorrow night. Tell all these atheists, call in. Schedule a debate. 855 Big Dino, extension 4, Joseph Bookham.